When I was asked for my favourite Bible verse, it was a difficult one because I do have a few, but one of them would be Philippians 4 verse 13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. This verse really means a lot to me, especially in these difficult days and weeks of isolation. As I feel, no matter what challenges we face in these scary days with the virus, I feel if you have faith in God and pray about the situation that you face, that you have the reassurance that God will help you bear the burden. So I encourage you to make plans and set goals to help you grow in faith, because I certainly feel that I've been challenged over these past few weeks, but do it all prayerfully and humbly to God.
Hello everyone, I hope you're keeping well. Scott has asked me to give a word of testimony. I have 2 minutes, so I best get going quickly. I was brought up in a Christian home, which I am really thankful about. I went to Monasley and Elim Pentecostal Church and Granches Sunday School, and I went a lot to various missions throughout our locality. And from an early age, I realised that God was a God of love. He loved each and every one of us, but he was also a just God. And there was that problem in my life, that of sin, which we all have. And I realised that going to these various places, that I had to have my sins forgiven in order to get to heaven. And there were many times when I was challenged to become a Christian, but I didn't take up the offer. And then as time went on, I became less and less interested in church things. And when I left school, I went along to places which wouldn't have been pleasing to God. But some 17 and a half years ago, while at work, I had an accident and I ended up in Daisy Hill Hospital, and I was going to have to go through an operation. And as I lay in bed there, I realised that I could have lost my life, and in fact there was other occasions, a couple of other times I could have lost my life as well, and I hadn't made preparations, and I knew that I would have ended up in that awful place called hell. But the good news that day was that as I lay in bed there in the hospital, I asked the Lord Jesus Christ to come into my heart, and it was the best decision I have ever made. I just had that real peace about me, that even before the operation I knew no matter what would happen, that all would be well, because I was in the hands of Jesus. And I'm so delighted to say that I'm a Christian, and not only from then but right up to now. I am so thankful to have Jesus in my life, and he can take care of everything. All the good times and through difficult times, he's there along with us. And when we think of this coronavirus and the uncertainty in these days, through maybe unemployment, finance problems, and even the possibility of getting this virus, it's great to know that I have Jesus in my life and that he will help me through any situation I find myself in. So I would commend the Saviour to each and every one of you. Thank you.
One of my favourite songs is My Heart is Filled with Thankfulness. I'm sure you know it. And I think it's really helpful to think about the words of this song at this time because, well, at the moment it's so easy to get worried, stressed, frustrated, even angry. And this song just reminds us to be so full of thankfulness for all the things that we do have, for who God is, for what he has done for us in sending Jesus to take that punishment for sin. It says, who bore my pain. And also to remember that it's God that's with us each day, who can help us through these difficult and hard days. It says, whose every promise is enough for every step I take. And these steps are hard, but God is with us. His promises are true. We can hold on to those promises to get us through these days. So my heart is filled with thankfulness.